What are you doing in there?
This what Spruce teached us to do here, Mom.
Yeah, you trying to be like Spruce?
Yeah, this great. I get it.
You are so silly.
Mom, perfect for a snack and a nap.
Spruce is like, hey, that's my spot.
Look at him, he is loving that. This feels great. Spruce, that mohawk, man.
Is that a pretty comfy place to lay? Yeah. Can eat and lay down at the same time.
You're getting close, Larry.
You're so close. He's like, I know what to do.
He's just got moves all pent up. There it is. Look at you, big guy. Look at you. Hey guys, it's Kyle and Shannon. Welcome back to K&S Get Out. We're down here in the goat pen with everybody. It's a hot one today, so we're gonna keep waters fresh and cold. Just what you do on a super hot day.
Yeah.
But what happened yesterday?
Yesterday was a big day, and I am super excited about it.
It was huge. Like even the emotional buildup and everything coming into this, it didn't feel real until we saw it coming down the driveway.
Until it came up the driveway.
Yep. Shannon's building her office shed, she shed, Shannon shed shack, Shannon shed office. That was an extra.
I feel like you're making it a little bit longer than normal.
Every time. I don't think it's ever the same. It's here, but we have so much to do and talk about today. Well, yesterday, but it's today. Yeah, I don't know. We have the footage of Shannon's she shed, office shed, Shannon shack shed. It's up the hill.
Mm-hmm. And we even had some visitors for its arrival.
Yeah. Back in the early days when we first got the land, water was a necessity. It's a necessity on all land. And long story short, one of our viewers that has been with us since the very beginning, Rob, Aquaman Superman, he and Ken, Shannon's father, came out and we repaired this well that was already on the land, saved us $50,000, $60,000. And we also couldn't get anybody.
Now, it's not as deep as a $50,000 or $60,000 well would be.
No.
But
it's a
we
fraction.
didn't have to have a new well drilled because they were able to repair it.
Yeah, we're in that impact zone. EPA gets involved. It's got to go super deep, very expensive. Rob reached out and said, hey, I dug wells for 30 plus years. And he came down. It was fantastic. A huge, huge blessing at the time. And we are still benefiting from it greatly. So every once in a while, Rob comes by and we just kind of hang out and he gets to see the animals and get some updates. And that's our payment back, right?
It's a butterfly.
Well, you got to tell me that.
They don't mind being touched?
Well, they do if they see me coming. But I would say the white one is probably one of our most... Yeah, he's very... But apparently this isn't normal. I don't know.
They just come with us.
They know the routine, man.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, you see how they're going right in front of me. They didn't used to do that. And then they get tired and he's closing his eyes and just laying there listening. They'll walk down anywhere, man. It's nap time, it's nap time.
I'm so excited about this.
It's like Shannon's birthday all over again.
It is!
And we have birthday guests.
Birthday guest!
You know that guy back there, that's Aquaman, Superman, and his brother-in-law. We just wanted to have as many people out as we could to have Shannon's greatest day on the land.
Yep, my dad's on his way too.
It wasn't the days that I did any of the other work or finished any of the buildings or that we fixed the well or anything like that. It's just her Shannon Shack, She Shed, Shannon Shed Shack office. That's
Nailed it.
Yeah, it is pretty exciting though.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, okay, I gotta move the tractor. Raymond's over there just going to town.
Yeah, he is.
He didn't ask any questions, he just whipped in here and he's like, I know what to do.
He's like, I see the spot.
I'll get out of your way.
Cockabirds all up in the business, man.
I think it's a boy.
He's cute.
They're like, hey, that's a nice guinea shelter.
Isn't she beautiful?
She's all right. I mean, you know, there's that one I built over there, and you know, I might be a little biased, but no, it's an amazing building, and the quality of the structure, the construction, and everything, it's on point. I mean, it is good. Now they didn't miss their rafters on the ceilings like I did. You know, I did that for kind of that newbie look.
That custom look?
Yeah, you know, I didn't want to hit every nail where it was actually supposed to go like they did, because that's every other shed in the world, you know. Mine, you got some misses and then you get back on track. And no, it's really cool. I'm very excited about it because, and we're a little exhausted today. I mean, yesterday was such a big day. There was so much build up to it. We both got up this morning, we were like, okay, now we got to really prioritize and think through the order of things we want to do here.
Yep.
But it's really nice because that one, the one that I built, took me about 3 or 4 months, and it finally got to the point where this one is when it was just dropped off on the land. So everything I have left to do for that shed is now my starting point for this shed. And Shannon's just grinning ear to ear because she knows what I'm getting at. But it's okay. We were dreaming last night, talking, thinking through, you know, what we want to do. The pad was pretty good.
It was pretty good. You did a great job.
But I knew whenever I pushed it back toward the back right corner, I didn't get that down well enough. And we didn't get all the rain on it like we did the rest of it. If you have one corner off, then of course you've got to level all 3 of the other corners. But we only had to go up 3 little 1.5 inch cat blocks over here, and then 2, 2, 2, and pretty much the same around. And he had to dig them down a little bit. So it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad at all. You did great.
You know, I didn't stress myself out over it or anything. But now we do have to think about, and we've talked about kind of the landscaping up here. We've got a lot of material that we took out of this area, dumped over there on the edge of the woods. I'll probably be bringing some of that back, building this up, and then maybe fade it out with some topsoil and get her some grass going someday. I know she's gonna ask me to build her a deck. It's gonna happen. I've never done that either.
I think you just want to build a deck.
I want to have the experience under my belt so that I know how to do it, but I'm just not there yet. So
I'm not rushing that.
we're just gonna get you some stones to step up on
Hey, I'm
at
fine
first,
with that.
if you're okay with that.
I'm totally fine with that.
Are you excited?
I'm so excited. Let's take them inside and show them the inside.
It's your building. It's your tour.
Look at this place. It is solid in here. Do you really think 4 cans are necessary?
Well, I would have brought 5 or 6, but I'm giving you all the partials.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Well, they'll get used up here for sure, you know? You were telling me that I needed to use all the partials before I started a new can, so I thought I'm using them.
Just bring them all up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got wasp friends trying to move in your shed. We got to get that thing electrified and some air conditioning so we can close the door.
Yes.
So if you just want to go ahead and run electric and put the AC in and close the door.
If I could just snap my fingers and get it done that quickly, then I would.
Well, that's what you do. I just don't do it as quickly as you want me to.
Kyle's too scared to be in here. Where do you think it went?
Well, I don't know where I'd be spraying there. If I'm being real honest. You got so much room in here, it could be anywhere.
I know, look at this place.
I expected it to be up by the vents or right by the door or something, but...
Oh, it's up here. Well, honey,
What?
I was standing right there.
Yeah, but you pointed at him. You were over there. I don't think this will kill you.
Well, it doesn't mean I want it on me.
That's true. That's true. Oh, yeah. First wasp in the shed, dead.
And everything's covered in wasp spray.
It dries. It goes away. It's water based. Right? When it's water based, it just goes away. You never see it again.
Yeah.
Hey, but there is a dead wasp up there, so be careful. You don't want to step on that barefoot or anything.
I'll make sure I don't.
Yeah, absolute first thing is going to be power. Because I got to get power up in here, and then I got to set all the receptacles and everything so that then you can insulate, or else the air conditioner ain't going to be worth a nickel. Mm-hmm. So while I am working on that, I've got like a 75-foot run from the main panel to here. So that's the main right there. So I've got to bring underground power from that, probably just come in on the side of the building here, That was about a 75-foot run. So I'm gonna bring 60 amps over, I believe. I was doing some math this morning, looked up the air conditioner that we need, and we do wanna get a full-size fridge and freezer in here because we're just overflowing in the camper and it's so hard to keep meals and things out here. So we just need extra storage. But that'll be a dedicated breaker for the air conditioner, a dedicated breaker for the refrigerators. Then I'll have the plugs on a dedicated breaker and all the lights on a dedicated breaker.
You just do whatever you need to do.
I'm an electrician, remember?
Yeah.
I've only never done this before. So Ken helped me, Shannon's dad helped me when it was time to get power down to the well house. We got 50 amps down there, we got 50 amps over here, and I'm gonna pull from that 50 to power my shed. But here, I'm just gonna come straight off the main. I'll put a little 100 amp panel probably inside on this side, unless Shannon tells me she wants it around back, but
You can put it on the side.
there we go. And yeah, so that's gonna be probably a 4-gauge aluminum cable, about 75, 80 feet of it, probably gonna be a couple $100. So we got a little bit of investment to make. Got to get the Romex for inside. I do have some extra receptacles and stuff, so we may be able to get kick-started without everything. But what I need from you, my dear, is I need to know where you want to be able to plug things in, where you want the air conditioner and all that stuff.
Okay.
And then that'll help me get the length of cable basically for the runs inside to the receptacles and lights and all that stuff.
Okay.
So you get to dream about that on your graph paper, and I get to dream about this. And we had to move a lot of earth to put the pad here because I dug away a little bit out of the hill, brought it down, and then we hauled off some of the dirt over to there. And now I'm wishing I had it back. What I think I'm gonna do, because the front side of this is so high, over time that will absolutely wash out a little bit. Now, it's been rained on a lot, especially from about here over, but I think I'm just gonna keep putting my fill dirt down here to kind of hold this in place. If I'm being real honest, I don't want to build a retaining wall with landscape bricks. I do want to do that because it looks awesome, but that is a lot of work. That's a project in and of itself. So this will get us started. Then I can bring topsoil in and plant some grass on it, and that'll kind of help with the erosion and whatnot. And hopefully it'll keep all that rock up where it belongs. And then someday, a deck for my lady. But I will overwhelm myself thinking about all the things we have to do. So I'm just trying to think in order, and that's why power comes first, then she can insulate, and then we can start to do the finishing touches on it. But yeah, that electrical, that'll be my first full electrical. I'm gonna practice on her building so I know how to do it for sure.
I heard that.
Are you so happy about your building, babe?
I am so happy about my building. I'm super excited.
We were sitting out here, our little chill pad. Last night, it was a beautiful evening. It was a little warm during the day, but it got really nice. And we just sat here and stared up at this. Now, if you've been with us for a while, I know we say that a lot, but there's just so much that has happened since we bought this land. There was a house where the camper is, there was a barn down over there, and there was a chicken coop down over there. Barn, chicken coop. And they were all very dilapidated. However you say that word, if it's a T or a D, one of those.
I think it's a D.
They were run down, they had to go. So we cleared them all out and we built the goat shelters, everything down there. Gonna redo the well house one of these days, but like this is our first big structure aside from my shed that we built that we brought out here, and we made a home for it, and we debated very long and hard over where it was gonna go and all that good stuff. So we're just super stoked about it. It just gives the land a little different personality. Is that what you'd say?
Yeah, I feel like we're really putting our stamp on the land, you know?
Yeah.
It's not just us out camping in the woods, you know? We're actually starting to make it more home-like and like structures that are actually gonna be usable. And
yeah, you know, we go through phases. There's tough times out here living in a camper. We don't share that with you guys a lot, but as you could imagine, it brings its own set of challenges, definitely. In fact, when this building was dropped off, I told Shannon, I said, you know, if we had just left the lofts off of there, I'd have finished this thing out and we could live in it. Let the camper be our extension of where we live.
I said, this is my building.
That's
This is my escape.
nice way of saying no. Yeah, you're just wrong. Well, yeah, no, most of the time I am.
We could have done that, but that's not what this one is for.
Yeah.
This one is for storage and to give me a place other than the camper to go to work and edit during the day.
I know what it's for.
I feel like they need to know because
Oh.
they keep asking in the comments, why do I need an office? Am I going back to work? And it's not that, it's we live in less than 300 square feet. So when you think about it that way, we sleep, eat, hang out, relax, work, bathe, all in less than 300
We
square
fight,
feet.
we cry,
All
we
the
yell.
things.
We're humans, guys,
In
believe it or not.
Less than 300 square feet every day, all day. And so, A, that's why we spend so much time outside, but B, this just gives us a different place. So I don't have to be stuck in that little bitty camper all day long, sitting in the same seat to do everything.
Well, and I want to say, going back to work, this is work, guys. Not just building the homestead, building the farm, building our dream site, but filming it, editing it, publishing it, playing the games you got to play to kind of be creators. Like, it's more than a full-time job. It's a lifestyle. I think Chad and Ray even kind of touched on all this not too long ago. So this building, what it represents is our dedication to that work, to you guys. We love it, we enjoy it, but it is very difficult and it takes a lot of time and attention. So I wanted to spoil my wife, use this as a gift for Christmas, birthday, anniversary.
He thinks he's going to get out of gift giving.
Oh, babe, no, I'm giving you the greatest gift of all.
Although, babe, just think, this November, because that's how we do things, a Christmas tree could be sitting right here.
Well, maybe not right there. It might actually have to be out over here because I'm going to go to the very peak. Okay, so definitely
Either way, we get a Christmas tree this year.
6 receptacles down here so we can plug in all the lighty, flashy, fun Christmas things, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay. So desk. You know what? We're not even.
I can't go.
We're not
over those
going
things
through
right now.
position. No. But yeah, we're going to use some functionality in here, like the bigger fridge and freezer. Of course, we're going to get a mini split, but we're going to, man. My goal is to make it cooler than the camper.
Like, cool as in, hey, that's pretty cool, or cool as in, oh, it's cold in here.
Like Arthur Fonzarelli cool.
I don't know who that is.
You didn't watch Happy Days? The Fonz? Okay, well, you guys know who Fonzie is. This is going to be, I know you do. I know who watches our videos. And I got an old soul, man. I like my Andy Griffiths, my Happy Days.
Oh, I know you like Andy Griffith.
Yeah. So it's going to be as cool as the Fonz, maybe even cooler. Well, I tell you what's super exciting is we don't have a vantage point. I have no idea how this is going to come out on camera. I apologize in advance. But we don't have this vantage point from inside a structure.
Yeah,
Like
till now.
Now, we've just walk up the hill or we go up there with the birds and you get to look down and you see the shed, you see the camper, you see all the buildings we built, the goats. And that's something that fuels us anyway, to keep going, to keep doing it. And to get to now be up here in a building and actually kind of stand back and see what your efforts have come out to be. It's really awesome.
And
I mean, it is awesome.
Guess what? I have a perfect view down to the little goat pen. I may need to bring my binoculars up here so that I can actually see everybody, but I can see Mama down there right now.
Yeah.
Going to the new nursery.
Well, and I don't know if you can see it for how tall you are, but I can see up on the haircut. I can see who's drinking water.
Oh yeah, I can't see all that.
So sometimes it's nice too, especially with the animals, especially how much we love our animals. It's a breath of fresh air, quite literally and metaphorically, to have this view. So I will be ordering another building for myself and putting it right next to this one so that I can have my own. Just kidding.
Hey, you can put yours on the other side. That way at least we're not right next to each other.
I already got limitations. I'm not even thinking or talking about another building right now. You guys know me. I'm an overthinker. I'm a perfectionist, but I'm getting better. I'm working at all of that. So what I'm trying to do is chunk this into smaller projects that all encompassed make up one big project that is get this building done.
Yes.
So electrical, primary focus. I'm going to do it. I have to admit, I had to do a little refreshing because it's been a while since I learned it all for the shed, and then I never actually did it for the shed because somebody brought a goat. And the goat moved in the shed, then the birds, all that stuff. Totally fine, we love it. But looking back at the stuff today, looking at the panels, looking at the cables, looking at all that stuff, it's all there. And I felt really good to just kind of get the refresher. And so I'm actually looking forward to putting the list together. This time it's going to be on paper instead of just winging it, making trips and all that. And so we'll try to share cost with you guys too, in case this is something you'd be interested in doing. You know, it'd probably be a pretty good idea to know what goes into it. And we may not be the how-to channel, so don't watch us and think, boy, they know exactly what they're doing, because we don't. And that's okay. But I'm a nerd, and we'll figure it out.
And we'll try to keep better track of how much we spend on this one.
Yeah, we recycled
a
lot for the shed. We saved a ton of money. We had a lot of gracious giving. It just worked out great. But here, yeah, this is our own hard-earned money. These are not recycled lumber. This was not a donated building, blah, blah, blah. And for the most part, everything we're going to put in it, I think will also be, you know, what we got to go get and buy and do. Fun. It'll be good.
It's all good.
The gentleman that brought the building yesterday was an awesome, awesome guy. I mean, the man knew what he was doing. You should probably be able to tell that from some of the footage we showed, but these are my little 1.5-inch cap blocks. I believe those are about 4 inches. And if you notice back here in the back right corner, there is no block there. So this is where I was a little high, and then there's actually not one on that skid until all the way down at the very end. And you get that one corner off plumb or level or whatever, and obviously you've got to level out the rest of the building. So as you're down here, you got the one, the thicker one, the double. And so it's not too bad. You know, I could have spent a lot more time. I could have got a powered tamping machine and all this stuff, but very, very pleased with the pad. Aesthetically, it looks great. Functionally, I think it's going to be really good for controlling the water. And I'm going to continue doing what I was talking about earlier, bringing that rock around to kind of stabilize some of this, and then hopefully get some good topsoil in here, plant some grass, and that will help hold it. That's the theory anyway.
That's all on the list.
Yes. Well, the nice thing is, like the fill dirt, I've got dirt and rock all over this land, so I don't have to have any of that delivered. Then we could just maybe get a load or two of some topsoil just for that part, because I'm kind of a anal perfectionist like that.
You, a perfectionist?
Yeah, you know, it happens, right?
Hey, I appreciate you making everything pretty.
And functional.
And functional.
Erosion control is a thing.
Oh yeah, that too.
Man.
I just can't stop staring at it.
I even have some ideas for some maybe custom touches, maybe a thing or two, you know. Just got to give it that K&S flair, right?
Of course. So I know there's still a lot of work to do, but I'm super excited that it's at least here and that it can be started on.
I don't know that you can say that there's still a lot of work to do. I think the work just got here. So there's just work to do.
I mean that as in like before I can actually use it as an office.
Yes, that is correct. There is plenty for you to do before that point.
And I'm probably going to push him along a little bit just to, you know, get me out here a little sooner.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got you a building. Hey, yeah. I didn't make you let me build you one because you know you wouldn't have had that till 2025.
That's true.
Something that big.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. That would have been rough.
Hey, I think that wasp just flew out.
The one I killed? No.
Oh, it was a different one. My bad.
Yeah, you gotta get that door closed, man. You're fighting your own wasp battles in there.
I fight all the wasp battles.
Okay, then you're used to it.
I am.
You got it.
Yep.
All right. Well, we got a new building here. This is a very, very big moment for us.
Let's put it in the background.
Yeah, you gotta be able to see it. We're very excited about this. I think this is really going to help our journey. It's going to help Shannon and myself, and we're going to learn a lot through it, and I'm very excited about it.
I'm excited to learn.
Yeah.
And work on projects.
Well, I brought the pole saw up, got some oil in it, got the tractor over here, so I'm going to trim some of these limbs so that our view from down there of an evening looks a little bit better looking up the hill, plus we don't get any storm branches on it.
All that beautifying stuff.
Yeah, so I already have work to do today for it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming by. Mama has not thrown her kids yet. You will be the first to know, I promise. And we do have some things to talk about with them and the acclimation, but today was the building day. So now we're gonna get running on that while we're taking care of all these crazy animals, and maybe we're the crazy ones.
I think we're the crazy ones.
I don't know.
Maybe that's why our animals are so crazy.
That could be too. Well, guys, we love and appreciate each and every one of you more than we can tell you. And we thank you so much for coming along this journey with us. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
There's one.